again, we've got a whole set for you this time. I'm here with Meredith from Easy Care Gardening. Hi Meredith,
Hi,
how
Dean.
you going?
Very well,
Lovely to
thanks.
have you here, and I'm so happy we've got props.
I know. Get our hands dirty. That's what we're about.
Oh, tell me what you're about.
Okay, so we're a volunteer organisation. We've been operating for over 30 years and we operate in the Hornsby Shire, Ku-ring-gai Council, City of Ryde and Hunters Hill Council. And we have volunteers from everywhere though, because we don't ever say no to a volunteer.
No. Good thinking.
And people join us to garden. And when they garden, we put them in a team and we send that team off, the same team each week, to help somebody that's older than they are and more frail and really needs help in their garden.
That's beautiful.
So it is a fabulous organisation. It really, first of all, it helps people stay living at home independently, so that's a big thing.
Because people often say, look, I can't manage a garden anymore.
That's right.
That becomes like an emotional
Absolutely,
burden.
and the garden's such a public space as well. People can see it and they feel the pressure to maintain it.
Yeah.
So we help with that. But probably just as big a thing about it, the organisation, is this team will go there and the client will give them the morning tea or afternoon tea and host the hospitality.
Oh.
So it's a real sort of the quid pro quo of we're going to be gardening for you, but you're going to be giving us a cuppa.
Yeah.
And they get that social inclusion, and sometimes it's the only time they've chatted to somebody for ages, especially throughout COVID. We were still able to operate because we were outside in the garden and could socially distance, and they could sort of wave and see us pottering in the garden and know that they had a volunteer that wanted to be there.
Yeah.
That wasn't someone trying to rip them off from an from a company that was overcharging them, but actually was a trusted person who'd been through a police check, who wanted to help their neighbour.
And who obviously loves gardening too.
And who loves gardening, that's right.
Oh, that's really a wonderful organisation.
Yeah, we're really proud of it.
How do you access it?
Well, if you're a client, if you're an older person and you need access to it and you live in one of our 4 government areas, you just jump on the My Aged Care website and you ask them for help with your garden and they assess it and then say that you want Easy Care Gardening and we'll send a coordinator over, and our coordinator will go through with the client about how they can make their garden a little easier to look after and what sort of thing we'll be able to do with our volunteers for them.
Oh my gosh, the garden is a real burden for me. I love it, but you just getting up and down is getting harder, even though I've got one of those things you can kneel on.
Yep.
But that's now covered in weeds, so I don't even know where it is anymore. Things have grown on it because I haven't got in it. But you're going to show us something about the gardening itself, aren't you?
Well, I thought we'd just make a little kokedama ball, just to get our hands dirty.
A kokedama ball?
Yeah. So
Can you eat it?
No. It's a moss ball. They're very popular in Japan and they're becoming sort of de rigueur.
De rigueur, that means you have to have it.
You have to have it.
You have to have a kokedama ball.
Basically, we're using a succulent so that it's easy care.
Yeah.
But you get sphagnum moss and you create a ball.
The last time I heard of sphagnum moss was in sanitary napkins.
So that's exactly what they used to use it for.
I can't believe that was what
Back in the olden days.
in the old days when we used to have elastic and safety
Filled with
pins.
sphagnum moss.
Sphagnum moss.
Well, it does hold a lot of moisture, you see. You can see it dripping.
And wasn't it in the filters of cigarettes as well?
Oh, it might have been. It's
Cool downs, maybe menthol cigarettes. But that's so pretty. I actually quite like the idea of that.
So the moss,
It's
it
very
makes it
moist,
easy care because it holds so much moisture,
right?
and it.
Holds a whole glass of Windex. You're going to do the test
That's right.
on the pad.
Now, don't worry about this. It looks very, very tricky, and it might be a bit diabolical to start with, but it's going to turn out to be gorgeous.
Oh yeah, look at that. It looks such a mess.
I know. I really promised we'd get our hands dirty.
Yeah. Can I get the string?
That'd
for
be
you?
lovely. It's going to get tangled
hang on.
for me.
That's all right. Oh, we've got a
String knot.
Hey, I got it. Oh, well,
No,
that doesn't
hang on.
matter. Does it matter if there's a
No,
knot?
no, of course not.
Okay,
I'm
good.
just going to go with my string knot over,
Yeah. Pretend.
and
that
I kind
knot
of, I'll
didn't
just
happen.
pretend that doesn't exist.
God, we'd be good on home and garden, wouldn't we?
Oh, look,
Oh.
absolutely. I can do anything,
Yeah.
just not necessarily well. No.
This is where we should cut and then cut to
Yeah,
one
here's
we
one I prepared.
I know. I love this though.
So what I do,
The sphagnum moss, I can't
isn't
believe
it gorgeous? And you know, it's a living product, so it actually
Oh.
starts to grow. So the whole ball will actually
Oh.
turn green
Oh,
as it grows.
so it is like a mossy green.
It turns into literally a moss ball.
So this
I'm just
isn't
gonna
anything
top up.
dead, it's alive.
It's alive.
Oh,
Now that string there, that's my string bling.
okay, you're stringling,
So
right?
if I wanted to make, you know, a special one for Christmas or something like that,
Yeah.
I could do
Oh, you
wool,
can do
or
very
I could do
fancy,
candy
like,
striped.
Yeah, candy striped.
Yeah,
of course.
exactly.
So
exactly.
you're just saying we can make these as gifts.
You can make them as gifts. And look, they're also, because you can sit down and do them, they're pretty good horticultural therapy if you wanted to
Oh,
as
yeah,
well.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, keep
I
up with
don't
the string.
I know, I'm falling behind here. I've got one job and I can't do it. All I have to do, oh, you are.
Anyway, look, you get the idea. So we keep on going around and around.
I love that.
And you keep on squeezing it and making it sort of more and more into a giant orange. And then the way you display this is you can either hang it by the string,
yeah.
and then when you want to water it, you just get it down once a week and soak it in a bucket.
Oh,
Or, I think that'll do for now, or you can alternatively just get a beautiful ceramic dish and sit it on a coffee table like that on a beautiful dish
yeah.
and
And
show
it's-
off the ball.
and it'll be all green and it,
Exactly.
Oh, and it looks so, yeah, it's beautiful.
And
I like that sort of rustic, you know, back to nature look.
Exactly.
I love that.
exactly,
'cause we
very
keep-
homespun.
Homespun, literally. But Easy Care Gardening is such a great organisation. So you would do this with people over a cup of tea? And,
Well, we do this as sort of our special events every now and again.
oh, yeah.
To be honest, every week what we do is we weed, we rake, and we mulch, and we trim.
And
But on special occasions, we'll bring out the Kokodama balls and have some fun.
that is so good. That's genius. I can't wait to see it green.
If you want to volunteer, you can
Yeah.
jump on the website, easycaregardening.org.au. If you think you need help, go to My Aged Care and put your name in and say you need gardening help.
Okay, go
All
to
right?
My Aged Care, put I need gardening help, and they'll direct you towards you.
That's it.
Thanks, Meredith.
Can I just
Anything
say,
else? Yeah,
I
of
was just going to
course.
say gardening is incredibly good for you. And some of our volunteers are in their 80s looking after people's gardens that are younger than them by a long way because they've been doing it for 15 years. They are staying fit and healthy. They're thriving.
That's fantastic. Sometimes you just want a companion to do the garden with you.
Yeah,
You know,
it's
especially if
true.
you've lost someone or not lost, if your partner or
Yeah.
someone has died.
Yeah.
Then you really, you know, you just want a companion too in the garden.
We've actually had quite a few people that have lost their partners come and volunteer, and we've even had one marriage. So there you go.
It's a dating site as well as a gardening service. Excellent.
Anything can happen in the garden.
Promises. Where do I sign up? No, I'm not happily married. Thank you, Meredith. Thanks
Pleasure.
very much. That was brilliant.
Okay.
Love it.